Hello and welcome to the Exotic Fruits YouTube channel. My name's Imogen, I'm part of the Exotic Fruits team, and we are the UK's #1 online exotic fruit marketplace on a mission to bring extraordinary fruits from all over the world right to your doorstep. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into this tropical fruit, white guava. Before we get into the video, if you're a fan of exotic fruits, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below right now. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. First and foremost, let's talk about the history and culture of white guava. White guava has a rich history that traces back thousands of years to Central America, Northern South America, and the Caribbean. It's believed that the indigenous people of these regions, including the Maya and Arawak tribes, were among the very first to cultivate and consume guava, recognizing its value for both flavor and nutritional benefits. And guava quickly became a staple fruit in these societies, either eaten fresh or preserved to use for jams and pastes, or even used for medicinal purposes. As early as the 1500s, Spanish and Portuguese explorers encountered guava on their voyages to the New World, and they were intrigued by the fruit's flavour, its medicinal properties, why did I say that like that? And they helped to spread guava to other subtropical and tropical regions across the world. And today, guava is still widely cultivated, with major production being in countries like India, Brazil, Mexico, and Thailand. Right, next let's talk about the growing and cultivation of white guava. The fruit thrives in areas with a warm climate, but it can tolerate a wide range of soils. Guava trees generally start bearing fruit between 2 and 4 years after planting. There are typically 2 main harvests, a large one during the rainy season and a smaller one during the dry season. If you're interested in growing your own white guava plant at home here in the UK, then you'll be pleased to know that it is possible, but you will need to give it the care and attention that it needs. It's ideal to start growing your guava plant in a large container, ideally 40 centimeters deep, with a well-draining potting mix. The plant should be placed in a spot that receives full sunlight, ideally in a greenhouse or a conservatory where the temperatures can be controlled a bit more. If your guava plant is outdoors, it will do better during the summer months, but it absolutely must be brought inside once the temperatures reach 7 degrees Celsius at night. In terms of watering, guavas need consistent moisture, but they're also not a fan of waterlogging. So water them regularly, ensuring the soil never dries out, but ensure that the soil is also really well draining so it doesn't get waterlogged. During the growing season, which is spring to autumn, you want to fertilise the plant every 2 to 3 weeks with a balanced liquid fertiliser or a specialised fruit tree feed. And if grown from seed, guava trees can take 3 to 4 years to start bearing fruit. Guava fruits are ripe and ready to harvest when they turn from green to pale yellow and they start emitting a sweet fragrance. In the UK, you should expect to harvest your guava between late summer, early autumn. And bear in mind that homegrown guava will probably be smaller than commercially grown guava, especially these, because these are huge, but they'll still have the same amazing flavour, smell, all of that good stuff. Right, next let's get into preparing the guava for eating. But before I do, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure you hit the like button down below to help me out. Thank you so much. Firstly, of course, you want to rinse the fruit because the skin is edible. I've already cleaned all of these. Then simply slice it in half. You'll see this pale flesh with these really small seeds in the center. You can eat the seeds, but they're pretty hard, so you can also remove them if you prefer. Guava can of course be eaten raw. You just simply slice it up and eat it like an apple. Some people like to sprinkle it with a little bit of salt, chili powder or sugar to enhance the flavors. In many tropical countries, guava juice is really popular. You can make this simply by blending guava with water, lime juice and sugar. Let's get into tasting the white guava. First of all, I want to talk about the smell, because as soon as I sliced into this, it smells so good. It's got this delicate, fragrant, floral aroma. Like if I could make my entire house smell like this, I would. So it's got this mild sweetness, and whilst it's primarily sweet, it's also got a slight tanginess to it. Tanginess or tartness, and that adds a really refreshing balance to the sweetness. So neither one is too strong or outstanding. And then it's also got tropical notes, kind of like a melon or a pear or even a banana. And then I personally think that the most apparent flavour in guava is the floralness. I think that's kind of what polishes everything off and makes it so unique and so delicious and enjoyable. Very fresh and like invigorating, you know. The texture is firm and crispy. The flesh inside is slightly gritty, grainy, like a pear but harder and firmer. The skin is edible. It's really, really thin and it's slightly waxy. If you ate the skin on its own, it would be bitter, but when you eat the whole thing as one, the bitterness just adds to the overall flavour and makes it nicer. And also the texture of the skin enhances the crispiness of the fruit as well. I love it. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's quickly talk about the health benefits of guava, because it's actually very impressive. Firstly, it's super, super high in vitamin C. In fact, one fruit provides 2 times your recommended daily vitamin C intake. And this means that it's really good for our immune system health. It can help to neutralize free radicals, which reduces oxidative stress in the body. In other words, it's a really good antioxidant. And vitamin C can also boost collagen production, which we all know is great for our skin. It keeps our skin nice and tight and elastic. And white guava is also rich in fibre. It aids digestion and promotes regular bowel movements. Guava may also be really good for our heart health. So the high potassium content of the guava helps to regulate blood pressure levels by balancing sodium levels in the body. And regular consumption of guava can also help to lower levels of bad cholesterol and increase levels of good cholesterol. And there you have it, the delicious, versatile and exceptionally healthy white guava. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below. Have you ever tried white guava? Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye!